Now a first down throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on second down. Stafford being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On the ground, it's Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From the 27, Cousins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, tight.
Now Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Tackle made by Emerson Griffin.
2 yards on the pickup.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Throwing is Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Tyler Conklin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. We remind behind you in just a couple of minutes. We'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 6-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Rams nothing.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there just before halftime. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Play action. Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go play action. Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Second and 4.
I got one. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
85 is coming. 85.
On 2nd and 12, Lance rolling to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And running room for Kamara on 1st down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on 1st down. 2nd and 3 coming up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check it out. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Flip. 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 Flip.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
First and goal from the 3. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Let's go, D. Big series right now.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more.
And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
We own them. 38 to Mike. Bring it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return will stop right around the 25. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
3rd down.
Mike, Mike's by 4. Let's go, D. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, come on.
3rd and short yardage. Winston looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners will take over here at their own 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcus Davenport able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
49ers nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Winston. He's going to go up top again. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 43 yards. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
49ers nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. A final shot before half for Lance. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. There he goes, right side.
Uh-oh.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, Mike. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Bulldozes past him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Boy, CeeDee Lamb so prolific in Oklahoma catching passes like this from Kyler Murray, and he's doing it at the NFL level too.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taylor now from the end zone.
their own 25-yard line.
Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get the ball. 58 for Mike, 58. And let's pin them in.
Now Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs. 6-0 our score after 1. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Buying time to his left. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side.
What a play!
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered evidence by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Extra point up and good by Folk. And they take. Now Pollard. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Elliott going to get it again on second down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, man, watch the boot. Kill.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On 2nd and 10, Prescott steps away to his left. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
Cowboys 6. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
46.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is
Final play of the half. Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And this is secured by the Patriots. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
That catch good for only a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. The pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd down, they go back to White again.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing, Jones, escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 1st down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Left side to Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Jarwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 26-yard line.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Play action now, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Jones being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. From the gun, Jones connecting with Aguilar. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 85 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's Jones.
And this one's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Jones.
Rolling to his right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot.
It got his man complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And, boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.